Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And in the last two videos, you saw us kind of get our very hard matchup against this Kennen Samira deck. So today's video is going to be using that Kennen Samira list that you see here on the side. Now, we got this deck from the opponent that we played in the past two games, JNSB. So props to them for this list. Not sure if they came up with it or if they find it somewhere else. But it's actually really fun, as you saw us yesterday when we lost to it, and even the day before when we play against it. Obviously, the idea here is that once you have a leveled up Kennen and a leveled up Samira on the field, you pretty much just win the game, because the Kennen is going to give you the double Mark of the Storms, because you can just give the Kennen the Challenger from the Flare and always be able to pull a unit. And once you get double multiple Mark of the Storm that's cost 0, you're pretty much just going to have infinite Samira rally. So that's the game plan. And we have a lot of recalls, a lot of draw to try to actually get to our combo. So hope you enjoy the games coming up today. And if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video. Enjoy the games. In this matchup, we're going against Fizz and Samira. I think we actually have a pretty good matchup into them. As much as I like the field musicians, I think we don't want to be stuck with multiple of them in our hand just yet. It's too early. The Disciple is probably better. Yeah, the Disciple is probably better. Let's get ourselves some draw. It's also a unit that's not vulnerable to Samira, so that's the beauty of it. And we can actually level up our Kennen really quickly, right? We can level up our Kennen really quickly with the double Disciple hand. Let's see what the opponent does. Why are they thinking about it? There shouldn't be anything that they have at fast speed, right? They don't have mana for Make It Rain. I think Blaze Edge can rotate it, and I wouldn't see a reason why they're playing Blaze Edge. So we pass. We hope that we draw Samira eventually. Otherwise, I guess we'll just get the draw from all the Disciples and just call it like that. That's our Kennen, right? Like I said, Kennen is going to level up really easily. Kennen is going to level up really easily. How crazy is it for us to recall this Elegant Age and stop the pirouette? I'm down for this. I'm down to stop the Stylish Shot. I think the Stylish Shot actually gives them a lot of advantage. I'm down to stop that Stylish Shot. It's kind of crazy, but I think it's actually worth it to stop that Stylish Shot. Opponent could play it again, right? And they'll get her right back. So they can play it and get her right back. That's cool. I don't know that Kennen is the right play just yet. I think I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna take too much damage next turn though, but I think I just needed to draw. I think I needed to draw and just slowly build up to the Kennen. I can pass here, that's no problem. So now we can play the Kennen knowing that we have the recall in our hand to save the Kennen. Again, I think having that Stylish Shot out of their hand is actually so good. Wait, what? So now we can just play Samira instead?
No need to make a name for myself. Just an impression.
Wow. So I like playing Samira because we can really easily level up the Samira. So we can level up the Samira really nicely. We can even kill the Inferno. Bar Chain. Okay, so yeah, we can kill this Inferno. Opponent's desperate for draw. What do they lose? They lose a Fizz here. So we can play Kennen, right? Oh, if opponent doesn't have pirouette exactly, then we can kill that Inferno. So that's the pirouette, right? Let's set that we can just recall Kennen, and we get Kennen back. Samira being stunned doesn't matter, because again, we have the ways to kill the Inferno with the stun and the challenge. Second pirouette one more time. Do we let that go? Or do we just play the Shadow Shift? Why did we just play the Shadow Shift? It even gives me a unit that can still attack as well. And we play Kennen a third time. Do we even need to play Kennen a third time? I guess we level up... Like, look how quickly we level up the Samira. Do we even need to play Kennen a third time? And put it into the risk of a second pirouette? I don't think so, right? I think we just go ahead and flare. I think we just flare right here. Maybe even go for the second Disciple. For the second Shaman win again. Samira's leveled up already, if you didn't realize.
Don't hold anything back.
An opponent should not be able to save this, because the stun can just kill their units. So the stun is just gonna kill their Inferno. Kennen is one away from leveling up. He's gonna just continue getting the value here. Yeah, that's fine. Do I let them continue get the draw? What if it's actually better to just kill their Elegant Age? No, I don't want it to continue getting this draw, right? I think it's correct to just go like this, stop them from getting the draw. The problem is that we're gonna take 6 damage next time. If opponent has a Pandemonium, they just win the game. Because they have Trigger Plunder a lot of times. They're gonna be 6 damage. Okay, so the opponent has Trigger Plunder enough times that if they have... No, I mean, the Pandemonium is only summoning 2 monkeys now. So I think we're good now. Oh, it's just gonna be Test of Spirit? So we just Shadow Shift. Let the Samira stay alive. We need Samira on the field. The way that we win this is gonna be Samira on the field. With Kennen, right?
Don't ask for permission or forgiveness.
We have the Kennen level up, for sure. So we'll have the Kennen level up with the Shaman win. But we're still losing to the Pandemonium. Because the opponent has Trigger Plunder 6 times, so that would be exactly 6 life. So as long as the opponent doesn't have Pandemonium, we're okay. Otherwise, we kind of just get screwed over. Multiple 1 health, 1 drop cards, okay. So we go Shaman win. We play the Kennen. We can challenge. We can challenge. Get the Samira rally. Challenge again. Yada yada yada. We can clear their whole board here. Like we can actually just clear the whole board here. Because we can continue challenging with Kennen. We're gonna get the Mark of the Storms multiple times, right? But again, if the opponent has exactly Pandemonium, they just win anyways. So if the opponent has exactly Pandemonium, they're just winning regardless, right? I guess let's have them block them if they want to. I'm not beating the Pandemonium no matter what I do. I'm not beating the Pandemonium no matter what I do. So I'm debating if it's correct to attack with these guys. Or do we just slowly take out the elusives? That's enough cards in my hand. Yeah, I think I attack like this because the opponent could actually burn my draw out if they go for the draw. We're gonna easily get the rally with Samira and can attack again. And just continue. Like, we can clear the whole board. There's no question about that. The problem is, can the opponent just kill us with the Pandemonium? And the answer is yes, right? We just go like this.
Try to keep up.
Again, we get the rally.
Thrilling.
Hiya! We're gonna continue rallying multiple times this game. Test of Spirit doesn't do anything. We can give Challenger to Samira. So we can give the Challenger to Samira now, and then just pull the elusives this time. When it still has enough, we can go with Mark of the Storm on one of these guys, knowing that we're gonna kill them next turn. I mean, we can rally like infinitely here with the Mark of the Storms, but it's not gonna be enough because if the opponent has exactly Pandemonium, I don't think we can do the 14 damage that we need. Opponent hasn't been playing anything, so I'm pretty sure they have to have it. Like, there's no question about it. There's no question about it. We do get these recalls, but I don't know that the disciples are really doing much for us. I kind of want to recall and play this pathless ancient. I guess I could have actually potentially pushed lethal damage if I played this pathless ancient earlier. Like, don't I just have it if I play this pathless ancient earlier? So like, if we recall, we will need to recall twice, right? We will need to recall twice. I gotta think. To get this down to 0, we have to recall twice, and we don't have the double recall. Unless we also play the disciple. We go here first. Go conspirator. And work the soul. Again, we're still losing to the pandemonium. And I think that's exactly what the opponent's waiting for. So opponent's waiting for the pandemonium here. We can challenge this burblefish. Okay, that's game. Never mind. Alright, we win. Right? You don't have the pandemonium, right? We can challenge this guy. So we have one. We can challenge here. So we have to challenge here. 1, 2, so that we get the double thing. One of these guys is gonna get bounced back into, like, one of these guys is gonna get bounced back into my. I want the Samira to be first. And then this is gonna cost 0. And then does the opponent have access here to the monkey? Even if they have the monkey, I think I win now, by the way. Because I have the elusers to push damage with. Yeah, so I think even with the pandemonium, we still win. Even with the pandemonium, we still win, right? Because we can get the rallies. We can go here, here. We don't even need to actually stun them. We can just use this for free. At most, the opponent, like, I can make it so that I don't lose, right? Yeah, I think I would just win. I even have the all out. I just need to have the rally one more time and then all out, and that's game. All right, we found the line. It took me a second, and I was scared of the monkeys, but we were able to just rally so many times with this Samira that it doesn't even matter. This is 2, 3, 5. We could have probably had better damage if we had done this earlier. There was a lot of lines here. There was a lot of lines we could have taken to finish this game much earlier. I just rally one more time and then just win the game. Opponent has no more cards. We go here. Rally a third time. Boom. There's your spirit. And this is going to be 5. And that's game. Alright. Opponent thought they had it, right? And I mean, it was close, right? The pandemonium feeling exactly 6 was definitely scary. But the moment that you get this Samira and Kennen in the field, it's just impossible. So GG's. In this matchup, we're gonna guess Heimerdinger Jayce. So the removal is a little bit concerning here, right? I mean, do I keep the Nopify? Do I keep the Nopify for like a Mystic Shot? Probably need to get the recalls more than anything else, right? I don't know how to mulligan with this deck. I wish. I'm thinking Kennen is okay. I'm thinking that I like the Kennen. Ooh. Oh man.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
We'll go here. Just put the Mark of the Storm on it. Get a nice 2 damage in, right? We don't have the Samira. We have the Kennen. We have the Taga. We have the Wuju style. So we don't have any. I guess I want to look for draw, right? That's what I should have gone for. I should have gone for the draw more than anything else. Sure.
Let's go, people.
Again, I know I can protect myself here against a Mystic. It's no problem. We have multiple recalls now. We'll just push the 2 damage. Opponent potentially wants to... Okay, they're just gonna go like this. Alright. Let's attack. I wonder if it's ever worth it to actually recall now. Like, how crazy is this recall now? Force the Mystic Shot out of them? We have plenty of recall, so I think I'm cool to do this. I think I like this recall. Force the opponent to do the Mystic Shot and just kill this for free. Yeah, there it is. And then we just nullify it. And then we recall and we kill the Fort Chief. We have more recalls in our hand. This should slow them down a little bit. The cannon gets a 2 out of 5. The problem is that we don't have a draw, right? We don't have a draw engine, and that's kind of what we're looking for. Opponent could have Jayce here, which is a problem. JNSB is fine, but again, we still, like, we need more units. Because right now, all we have is cannon. That we can replay the cannon multiple times, but it's not enough to get us where we need it to be. A second recall is great, though. The opponent's going to have a hard time dealing with that second recall. Probably don't want to put the field musicians into range, right? That's going to be a second mystic or a high note this time. Let's go for the tag out. Let's go for the tag out and make the opponent think that I don't have a recall. So I like this tag out to just make them think that we don't have a recall. Knowing that eventually I'll get the recall, you know, etc., right? We do have a second cannon as well, so I mean, the first cannon dying is never the worst thing in the world. We need more units! Need more units! I think keeping the cannon was correct. Maybe keeping the Nuppa... I mean, the Nuppify ended up working out. We denied their Mystic. They're also playing High Note, though. I didn't expect that from a Jayce Heimer deck. Ideally, they want to play the Heimer next turn, right? They also have another spell that they put in the stack first. Yeah, so opponent decided to just attack. I think I'm cool with that. I guess the problem is that the opponent has the Shock Blast, right? And now we're going to have to lose the... Like, if the opponent has the Shock Blast, then that's a problem. So I think I just pass. We finally drew a Disciple, right? But I don't want to play into the Shock Blast, so I think we just pass first. Alright, so let's go ahead and play... How do I want to do this? We can play the cannon first. And play the Disciple second. We could kill this handler. They're just gonna try to kill my my few musicians, which I guess is fair, but I can just go ahead and recall her, right? So, like, what if we do Cannon's Lightning Rush and just recall her?
Patience is a virtue, but not too much.
I don't hate this. I don't hate this. I think I like the draw from the few musicians. It lets me attack with a cannon here, because now the opponent is down to just 1 HP. So we go like this. Opponent goes down to 13. Let's put the mark on it, because why not? Few musicians with the Shaman Wind, the recall. We could have gone for the Wuyu style instead to save it. Instead of the recall, it would have been less mana. Maybe that was actually the play. Maybe that was actually the play. Maybe we had to go ahead and do it that way.
We play for the people and sing for the land.
We'll go here to start with. Opponent has a Vengeance potentially. Okay, so now we go for the recall, right? Yeah, let's go for the recall. And we're chilling. The only downside is that we're no longer recalling our cannon. We wait for the Shaman Wind until the Disciple is on the field. Until the few musician is on the field, sorry. We didn't trigger the flow last turn, so that kind of sucks. But this should get me a lot of mana. We have another recall and we'll get another coin. Opponent has 7 mana. I want to recall this cannon again. Like, that would be great. Okay, opponent just tapped out under 6, right? So Tapping out of 6 is very good for us. It's a good chance that the opponent has no way to beat this then. Oh, look at that. We can actually bounce back this cannon. Let's wait until after. Let's wait until after the attack, because we know that we can actually go ahead and kill this this handler. So we can go here.
There's always a way out.
Unfortunately, we did use that 1 mana recall, right? So we used that 1 mana recall. So if we play the cannon now, we're just asking for trouble. So I think it's better to just play the Shaman Win, and that gives me the mana back and gives me the draws. And now we have Nopo Fight, Gruesome Theater, and everything else in between. We can still always kill this Hextech Handler next turn, and we have triggered Unworthy Soul now. Ha, that's a great draw with the Field Musicians on the field, right? So that's an amazing draw with the Field Musicians on the field.
Sneaky.
Do we just take this 4 though? I mean, we can just block it. I'm down to just block this. And then we just pass. If the opponent doesn't want to do anything, I'm cool with that. We'll go ahead and play the cannon. This cannon is about to level up. No Samira is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like Samira will make this game so much easier. So Samira will definitely make this game so much easier. And down to just pass. And down to just pass. I think I'm in a position where I'm kind of in control. Like, I'm kind of in control here. I can just continue doing this stuff and I'm chilling. Opponent probably has to kill this guy. Does a second Mystic, so we're gonna go ahead and nullify it. So the opponent has spent double Mystic and a High Note, forcing to do something more expensive, as High Note. Okay, so that is where we go for the Shadow Chief. Shadow Shift. Still kills the Force Chief. Oh well, no, it just dies, right? But it denies the Force Shift. It gives me the unit. Then we can cannon and we still kill the Force Shift anyways. And we'll have the Shaman Win to get some mana back. So we have 2 draw here. Like this is kind of nuts. This is kind of nuts here. We get the leveled up cannon and we get the draw. No Samira though. If we had Samira, I think this would be so good. Honestly, this deck is really annoying. Because you can just continue saving your units over and over again. Like, look how much removal the opponent has committed. And they still haven't been able to do anything to us. We could play the Pathless Ancient here just so that we have a way to kill their Hextech Handler. But I don't even know if that's necessary. That's the crazy thing. Like, I don't even know if that's necessary. If I had Samira here, opponent will be in such a bad spot. Now, I do need to be careful, right? I do need to be careful that I don't just straight up die, though. So, let's go ahead and commit the tag out. Let's go ahead and commit the tag out. Stop the opponent from ending that 5. Let the opponent commit an answer here. Wow. Alright, let's go ahead for the second few Musicians. Let the opponent have the Ruination if they have it. That's not a Ruination. Ha. So we can cannon. Go Mark of the Isles. We'll get 2 draws from this, girls. I'm just looking for Samira at this point. I can kill this Heimer by putting the Mark of the Storms on it. Opponent should know that they're never gonna get this through, right? Like, I can just have so many ways to save my cannon. Slowly, we whittle them down. So, we can just go Gruesome. No, because this is with 3 health or less. I guess we can go Worthy Soul. And deny them the heal. That's probably the best way to do it. Right? So we can deny them the heal. We're never gonna trigger the second Field Musicians. So we can instead go Path of the Ancients and then go second Field Musicians after. And there we go. Now we trigger the first one and get our mana back. We can go Mark of the Storm. So they have a lot of things, right? This Hextech Handler is big and the Heimer is also so big. So they do have a lot of value here on how they can just slowly like whittle us down. I guess if I can just focus on killing this Heimer, I should be okay. This thing gets punished though. It's not gonna. We can recall. We can recall the floor be gone, or we can just do shadow shift. No, Samira is killing me. No, Samira is killing me. Because Samira will level up so easily with this hand.
I am lightning. I break the wind.
Let's go here first. I guess we could have saved it until after the attack. Second high note. I'm okay with losing the disciple. I think I'm okay losing the disciple. I'm not okay losing the cannon. So there we go. We get the double draw. That's the second cannon. I want to kill this Heimer before the opponent gets too crazy with it. Because I think eventually we just get there. I think eventually we just get there, right? So if I attack with cannon, I'm kind of forced to have to like block one of these guys. So what if we just cannon lightning rush? But then I'm gonna lose the cannon if the opponent has like a vengeance. I guess if they go for like a vengeance, I just go gruesome theater. So if they have like a vengeance for this cannon, I have the gruesome theater. I just need to kill this Heimer, I think. We have the Wuju style to kill anything that the opponent plays. Shock Blast. Okay, alright. So they get the Shock Blast before we can actually kill this guy. So the opponent gets rid of my units. They have the elusives, right? So they're thinking that they have the elusives and that they can get there and kill us with the elusives. And they're probably right. They're probably right. Let's go ahead and gruesome theater this conspirator and keep at least one elusive blocker. We can have the second Pathless Ancient. See if the opponent actually blocks. I'm kind of running out of recalls though. I need to be careful. Like I do need to be a little bit careful here. We only have one recall left. We do have double draw next turn. Okay, so I guess I just commit the Mark of the Storm, right? And it's the same. We have the double stun. Opponent is down to one card, but they do have double elusives. They do have double elusives, and that's a problem. Like, I'm forced to commit the Pathless Ancient here. I'm forced to commit the Pathless Ancient here. Because this is going to be double A-drop. We're going to have to lose both our units. Probably our cannon as well. We could Conspirator right now. That way we have a blocker for the elusives. This is again no Samira. So the opponent has. We block. Okay, so this is 15. We have no blockers. We need to commit at least one of these elusives. So why do we commit the Dancing Droplet instead? That way we can actually recall the Droplet. So we can recall the Droplet. Block one of these guys. Block the other one. Okay, second tag out. If the opponent commits a spell, like yeah, you always have to open. You always have to open here. You always have to open here.
Steady breathing.
And just force me to not like a second Shock Blast is too big of a deal. I think at this point I have to let the cannon go. I think at this point we let the cannon go. We're just gonna draw with the Dancing Droplet and see if we get any outs. Opponent should commit something here 100% of the time. Yeah, that's the Vengeance. We'll go ahead and go for the Gruesome Theater. Because the thing is that the Gruesome Theater would allow me to actually draw twice, right? Okay, we get the second cannon regardless. Because this Dancing Droplet is going to be what really saves us. We can play Dancing Droplet. Again, that's one. Conspirator. Draw another one. Eventually we'll draw the Samira, right? Surely eventually we'll draw the Samira. Surely we'll draw the Samira. Eventually we'll draw the Samira, right? There we go. So now we play Samira.
For permission or for
Sooner or later we were gonna draw her. We play the second cannon. Aftershock. Okay, so is there any reason for me not to, like, do I need the Samira? I guess I should, right? I should always save her. It just feels bad to play this Unworthy Soul on her to save her. I'm trying to see if I want to give anything Challenger now. Like, am I ever dragging any of these units? Probably not, right? Opponent has one card left. We have double recall. We can level up Samira really easily. Like, I could have pushed the 1 damage, but I just don't think that I need that 1 damage. So now we go for the cannon. We have the Shadow Shift. We can go Flare. Challenge their elusive. Alright, so again, we just challenge their elusive here. Have the multiple Mark of the Storms. And we can start getting for that level up on the Samira. Actually, I'm okay attacking with this one because if the opponent blocks it with the Floor Be Gone, we're just killing it with the Mark of the Storm anyways. So I'm okay attacking here because we can Mark of the Storm the Floor Be Gone, right? So we let that go through, and that way we kill their 2 elusives. Boom. Samira's 1 away from leveling up, and we just summon her. Now I wanna save this Shadow Shift for next turn, so obviously we're not gonna do anything right now. We can kill this one with the Mark of the Storm next turn. I do need to be careful. Maybe like this is just so much. I have 13 cards, so I have 13 cards. That Wuju Style is amazing. Opponent should just always commit for the lethal here. This Wuju Style is amazing because it lets me. So how can we, if we block here, I need to keep this cannon alive, right? I need to keep this cannon alive. Maybe it's time to let go of the Field Musicians. Because we can go like this. So if we take the 4, what if we just let Samira go? No, I don't think I can let Samira go, right?
don't hold anything back.
I think I need this. I just don't want to lose to a Shock Blast, so I don't think I can go to too low HP. I think we do just block. I think we do just block with this guy and just call it. And I guess we can do it this way. We just let the Field Musician die. So we go like this. Cannon stays alive. We have the Samira level up. That's a great draw. That's such a good draw. Wow. So we can droplet. I think I'm down to just draw more right now. The downside here is that we don't have the Samira skill. Yeah, I'm kind of down to just draw more. We can actually just rally this turn. And that's great, by the way. I think the rally is correct because it gives me just... Opponent only has 1 card left. And it gives me the multiple cannon triggers. It lets me attack with cannon that has a 5 attack. And opponent has no good blocker for Samira. And if the opponent blocks cannon, all we're doing is just, again, getting just more value here. Let's go ahead and commit both of them here. I want to use them now. I want to use them now to get the Samira high, to get the Samira back to the rally point, and then we just attack next turn again and get this. We got there. It took forever. It took forever, but we got there, right? I think that's the thing with this deck. I think the games are gonna take forever, but once you have your engine running, and by engine I mean like this, I don't see. Wait, can we rally this turn? Can we rally this turn? Wait a second. 2, 3, 4. Wait, we can just rally this turn. We don't need the draw. We can just bounce back this. I don't want to bounce the cannon because I want to challenge the Heimer. Like, I want to challenge this Heimer, so I think I'm gonna recall the draw. I'm gonna recall the draw instead. Okay, yeah, you can just challenge, right? We can just rally again. Yeah, this is kind of nuts here, isn't it?
Come on, you
This is kind of nuts here. We challenge the Heimer, we just rally one more time. Remember when I kept saying this game that all I needed was Samira? This is why. All I needed was Samira. The moment Samira comes down, you get like the infinite rallies because of the Cannon Lightning Rush being a 0-mana spell. What a game! GG's. In this match, we're going against Fizz and Samira. Okay, so they're having their own Samira is kind of annoying. We have Disciple, we have few musicians, we have one recall to save our guys. I think the recall is probably great to have. They probably don't play Parley, right? There's no way. Surely they don't play Parley. Surely they don't play Parley. This probably was better for me to keep away the few musician, by the way. I think keeping the few musicians probably too greedy. And getting just... I'm in love with the value that few musician gives us. But this is exactly what was going to happen, right? This was always going to happen here, but we were going to get double few musicians. Opponents should know not to attack, because if we have our own Samira, opponents in trouble, right? If they attack.
This should be fun.
I guess Samira doesn't matter for them. Wow. I guess, like, if we have our own Samira here, the opponent gets so punished, right? Unfortunately, again, we have to definitely mulligan away this few musicians, because we had the draw from the Shaman win. We had the draw from the Shaman win, and that's kind of like all that we needed. I'm gonna go ahead and just push this the 1 damage through. I just want to make sure that we get this back into our hand to draw with. And now we can go ahead and play this droplet. And play the second droplet. And whichever one Samira pulls, we can just recall it. Whichever one the opponent attacks with Fizz, we can just block with it. And there's our cannon. Alright, so now we have our cannon. So now we're chilling, right? What is this? A pirouette? So it has to be the stun then? Oh, it's monkey business? And down to take that 2 damage.
Hope they're watching.
Okay, that's why they did it then? You have to challenge, and you're just gonna eat up the recall then. And you're still losing the Fizz? You have to have another spell? I guess they have the other spell though. They have the Swindle. So they get to level up their Fizz. We lose one of the droplets, and I think that's fine. The problem is gonna be this Samira, right? Can she level up? Potentially. She can potentially level up, and that could be a problem. We could kill this Fizz with the Wuju style. No, we don't have the Wuju style. For some reason I thought we had the Wuju style. We could also just recall it here. Or we could... No, let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's kill Samira now.
I possess the secrets of King Ku.
Force the opponent to play this stylish shot. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna try to kill Samira right now and force the opponent to play that stylish shot. So if the opponent doesn't play stylish shot, Samira doesn't level. If they play the stylish shot, I'm gonna go and kill the Fizz.
Just when you thought you'd seen it
So see how they play the stylish shot? Not only do they lose the stylish shot forever, but now they need to have a 0-cost spell to kill this Fizz. And I'm gonna put them on not having it. I guess I should have gone one at a time, because the opponent can cancel both. I should have gone one at a time, because the opponent can cancel both, right? So it always should have been one at a time, just to play around the opponent being able to cancel both of them. So that's kind of on me a little bit. But I guess that's fine. We have our own Samira now.
To make a name for myself, just an impression.
Like, what does the opponent do here? I have to be careful. Huh. I don't want to tap out of the recalls. I think I just pass. I don't want to tap out of the recalls. And I think having this without an attack is probably better. Okay, we ended up getting another recall regardless. So it has not been a big deal. We can play... Yeah, we can go ahead and play the Field Musicians, right? We can play the Field Musicians. I know I'm going to easily get the draw. We have our combo here. The opponent attacking with Samira doesn't do anything. We have a blocker for their stuff. Yeah, we can go Shaman Win. And play the Droplet. Cool. Opponent doesn't even have the Challenger. So we can block the 2-1 and just recall. I guess the opponent has Pirouette. That's a problem. They probably stole... They stole one of these two, I think. Test the Spirits. Okay, so they do have... They ended up getting the Challenger, right? They ended up getting the Challenger, which kind of sucks for us. Oh, opponent's not even gonna block? It sucks because Samira's gonna get reset, right? And we won't actually get the value here. They ended up getting the free Challenger. We'll go ahead and go this. Yeah, we'll go here. Sucks that the Samira gets reset, but I think that's fine. Next up, we have the Challenger, so we can actually put the Challenger on the cannon. That lets me kill the Burblefish. That lets me kill the Burblefish. I think I just have to go for it that way, right? We just kill that Burblefish, just go slow. I don't need to play it fast. Like, I don't need to play this fast. I can just take it easy. I think the opponent's going to have a harder time having resources than we are. Because we have this draw. The problem is that Samira, right? That Samira staying in the field is a problem. But as long as we're denying her getting the flare, opponent's going to have a hard time leveling up the Samira. Really? So I just pass again. Like, I don't need to rush this. Eventually, I'll get there before you. Because eventually I have my Samira leveled up. And my Kennen leveled up. I guess Monkey Pandemonium is a problem. Because we don't have Deny. It's just going to be a Shelly. So the opponent's going to go Shelly. So we're going to just bounce back the Shelly to begin with. Just forcing to have to play a 5-mana card again. If they want to get value from Shelly, they have to spend 2 cards right now. Yep, I just wanted to have to play a 5-mana card one more time. The opponent actually goes ahead and attacks like this. I'm down to block with this Disciple, to be honest, and just recall this Droplet. Let's not take that damage anymore. Again, just continue denying them.
1, 2, 3.
Continue denying them the Samira hits, right? We can easily get the Field Musicians. This will get to 6, and we can easily level up the Samira. And then once we level up the Samira, see how desperate they are for that challenge? They literally had to go for a tag out just to get the challenge. That's cool. We'll go here.
I excel at making
The challenge is not gonna do anything for you when I can just kill their next turn. And they don't even get the rally. So, what do we do here? Like, I don't want to flare, so I guess I just go for the coin and Samira levels up.
beautiful and brutal.
Opponent just used the tag out, so he's very unlikely to have another recall. If the opponent blocks with the Inferno next turn, we can actually kill it with the Voodoo style. And here we go. Now is when we start talking, right? So now is when we start talking. We go here. Pull the Samira. Attack with everything else. If the opponent tries to kill the try to block with the Inferno, we have Voodoo style to save our units. All out is not gonna do anything for you. Ah, they get my Voodoo style though. They can get my Voodoo style or get my recalls, and that can actually keep the Samira alive. But we're just gonna rally this time. So even if the opponent keeps the Samira alive, I think they're gonna have to be worried because we might just straight up have lethal this game. Like, we straight up might just have lethal this game. None of this, I mean, these cards help him, but none of them are like ideal for them. They have two of them, and they have two more cards that they just drew with Inferno. I guess if they have like, I'm just gonna commit the first Voodoo style here, right? Remember, we have this Lightning Rush. Shadow Shift. Okay, so we start with the Voodoo style here. The thing about the Shadow Shift is that it still gives me the flare, right? So we go ahead and kill the Inferno. The opponent gets their own Voodoo style. We have this Lightning Rush, which is gonna put it to die. The opponent gets the rally, but again, I think we're just chilling, right? We get to play the Droplet again. Kennen levels up, and we start having a lot of value. No, remember, we still have all this mana that we haven't even played yet. So Kennen levels up here. We kill both their units. We get the flare. We play the Droplet. How far away are we? We're 2 away. We have more draw here. So we play Droplet. Kennen levels up. Opponent has to summon a unit. Because if opponent doesn't summon a unit, I just kill them. Like, I'm gonna rally again this turn, opponent. You have 4 mana. I'm gonna literally rally again. I'm gonna get the mana back. Wow. So let's go here. Let's go 1.
Try to keep up.
This is 12. Hey, we can even go ahead and put 1 more damage on one of my units and we'll be okay. Sure. Again, you see this, girls? We still haven't even gotten the mana yet. We still even haven't gotten the mana deck from them, so we're literally playing with 6 mana. Another flare in our hand, and other cheap spells for us to just have another rally this turn. In this matchup, we're going against Lurk. I don't see us winning this matchup. Just because we... Okay, well, actually... Okay, well, maybe we are getting... Maybe we can get there. Maybe we can get there. I don't like the Droplet, but the Kennen Samira combo and Gruesome Theater and double Kennen will be enough to get us there. Right? This could be enough to get us there. Do we ever go for the Samira? Do we ever go for the Samira here? I think I go like this. I think I go like this. If the opponent has the Snapjaw, right? If the opponent has the Snapjaw, we can block with the Kennen and play the second Kennen and get rid of their second unit. So if they have the Snapjaw here, like I said, we can replay the Kennen and be okay. So let's go for the Droplet. It's the Snapjaw Swarm. We block with the Kennen. Opponent misses the Lurk. We play second Kennen. We pop the Forsaken Bakai. Whatever unit the opponent summons next turn, we recall with the Gruesome Theater. And we're chilling. Opponent just missed Lurk too, so I guess it's probably gonna be that probably means it's gonna be another Forsaken Bakai though, right? And if it's another Forsaken Bakai, I don't know that we recall it. Yeah, I don't know that we recall as another Forsaken Bakai. So cool. Still cannot sacrifice this cannon though, right? We still probably don't sacrifice this cannon. Maybe we just take this damage and just play Samira.
Take this shot or lose the chance.
We play Samira here, just pull, start trying to level her up. Shadow Shift is kind of cute. Yeah, we challenge now. I guess if the opponent has access to a pipe, I want to actually pull here with cannon. Okay. So we have the cannon. So that's not gonna work for you, right? Because now we can actually go ahead and play the Shadow Shift. And because this only deals 1, the unit stays on the field. And you cannot attack with the Sharpening. So I think this is game. I think we get there now. Not only that, but the opponent just let us get another spell to try to level up Samira. So Samira is going to be at 4 out of 6. And she can definitely level up next turn. The opponent's not even able to attack. They just had an apple hand, right? Oh, wow. They're going to attack anyways. All right. So we get the free trade. And we're going to have Samira leveled up and cannon very close to the same. And by very close, I mean like very close. Sure. Do I want to... I think I'd rather just level the cannon, right? I think I'd rather level the cannon than get the draw. What this means here, by the way, is that we can still go ahead and just level her up. Right? Because this is going to happen now. We level her up. And when we recall her back into our hand, we're going to have the 0-cost flare. Next time we play the cannon after we play Samira, and we're going to easily get the rally. So we can play Samira. What am I scared of here? No, if the opponent has... Yeah, we just play Samira here. Let's not waste time. We have double flare. We have cannon. So the flare lets me just challenge all of the opponent's units. Don't think I have the time to do the field musicians. Because I might want to replay this cannon anyways to level him up. That kind of sucks a little bit. But maybe this is where we actually go for the tag out on the cannon. Or gruesome theater on the cannon. So the gruesome theater on the cannon. We go here. We have the cannon level up. We can stun the over 1/1 and still not use the rally from Samira. Right? Samira's at 3. So we can stun this guy. We'll be at 5. Then we'll attack. And we'll go from there. The only downside is that we probably will only get 1 Mark of the Storm. Because the opponent will not... Opponent will block Samira instead of blocking the cannon. And here we go. So now we get the rally and we get to push damage again. We have triple flare and we go from there. Alright, somehow we actually got there. Somehow we actually got there against Lurk, which is tough because I feel like this unit-based decks do so well against us, which is a recall Ionia-based deck. So GG's opponent, well played. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. This deck is actually super fun, but it's also a little bit inconsistent, right? We really rely on drawing both the cannon and the Samira, and we can get run down by those Demacia decks that just have a lot of units, or as you saw in some matchups, like we can get run down by aggro, by Demacia decks, like decks that just have a lot of units and just play a lot of early attackers. Make it really hard for us to win because they force us to block, which we don't want to do with our deck. We want to just kind of sit back, continue recalling our stuff. I think this deck does really well against lower type of decks. So think of like control decks. As you saw there against the Jayce Heimer matchup, we do really well because we can always save our units and just kind of go through all the removal. We also beat stuff like Fizz Samira, because again, they're kind of more slow type of deck style, and we have a lot more answers than them, and we have the elusive blockers, and then eventually we get a Samira and Kennen and just kind of blow them out. So that's what this deck is good against. It is bad against stuff like elites, as you saw today with the loss. We did play a game against an Aatrox Bane where we did actually were about to win, but then the opponent rage quit on us. So it's not impossible because you do have stuns and you have recalls, but it is going to be a lot harder than any other matchup that you might go against. This deck is fun though. It's very, very fun. Props again to JNSB. It just again feels a little bit inconsistent every now and then, but I could see with more practice that I could potentially get better at this deck as well. In terms of mulligan, I definitely think the Bastion Disciple is probably the best card that you can get. So obviously you're looking for your champions, right? So Disciple, Samira, and Kennen are probably the best things that you can do in your mulligan. I think you have so many other recalls and stuff to protect your units that you'll naturally draw them anyways. By having the Disciple, you can start drawing a lot while also allowing you to level up the Kennen at the same time, right? Because every time that you play a Disciple, your Kennen is going up by one, and that's usually the easiest way to level up Kennen, just having this Disciple multiple times. Samira early on is good, I think, but sometimes you have to be careful. If the opponent has a way to remove her, it could be awkward. Because if you play Samira later in the game, you can easily level her up depending on how your hand looks like. You don't need to play her that early, but I still like to have her early in my hand just because of how reliant this deck is with the champions. And having that player to challenge and get rid of some of the opponent's units can be really important as well, depending on the situation. And obviously, Kennen is just Kennen. So that's usually what I'm looking for in the mulligan. Then stuff like the Droplet, the Conspirator, and the few musicians and the Pathless Ancients, like those are stuff that you want to draw later. Obviously the Dancing Droplet is good because it lets you just draw as well. It is a draw engine, but we don't have really a ton of ways to draw with the Droplet aside from the Conspirator, because we don't want to play our recalls cards proactively, right? We want to play them reactively, so we don't want to have to like proactively recall the Droplet just for draw because our hand is awkward. I feel like that's the way that you set yourself far behind and give the opponent a chance to just kill your units. So you want to kind of get those later. Then obviously we have the Recall, we have the Gruesome Theater, we have the Shadow Shift, which is actually so good in this deck, Tag Out, and the Worthy Soul. Like all these recalls are just so good at keeping our units alive. I'm also thinking, honestly, that there might be room here for Homecoming. So I don't know, right? I think Homecoming is actually super on the... Oh, wait, no. There is no Homecoming in Standard. Okay, that makes sense. Now I understand why JNSB didn't play Homecoming, because Homecoming doesn't exist in Standard anymore. Okay, so yeah. So these are the best recall cards that you can play, because the only other thing here is going to be like your Retreat. I don't know that Retreat... I guess Retreat could be good as well, because a lot of your units are less than 1 cost. I just don't know if it's worth it. Will of Ionia, definitely not worth it. Shadows of the Past, not worth it either. But Retreat is the only one that I think maybe could have a space here. If you feel like you need a little bit more recall, especially because for 1 mana you can cheat out the unit right back. Is that worth it? I don't know. It's debatable, because really the only things that cost more than 1 mana that you can summon are Samira and Conspirator, and you don't want to summon this Conspirator with the Return, right? So definitely the only thing that's worth it with Retreat and Return is Samira, and at that point you're just putting yourself too reliant on having to have that Samira in your hand. So yeah. Other strategies though, I mean, it's a slow deck. This deck is very slow. Just take your time, don't rush. Eventually you'll get your combo. You're gonna get Samira, you're gonna get the Kennen, and then you get to those ridiculous things that you saw in the games today, where you just have pretty much almost infinite rally with the Samira, which is actually so good. So just take it slow, don't rush yourself, and you'll eventually get there. That's all I can say with this deck, and how easy it is with level of Samira. Just remember that the Kennen, honestly, the hardest part sometimes is keeping your hand size small enough to get the multiple Mark of the Storms with the Kennen when he attacks. Because if you give him Challenger and you challenge one of the opponent's units, he will get the double Mark of the Storms, which is always what you're looking for. So yeah, I think that's all I have for us for today. I hope you enjoyed today's games and this very fun deck. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then, and also on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.